Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, world. Hello, and good morning. And welcome back to yet another fun-filled episode here with us on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. As we embark upon what will be another great episode this morning. We thank you all for chopping it up with us, and we thank you in advance for a time that will be had. And so, yes, world, we are back like a shark attack, back like we left something, back like we ain't got no clothes on our back, and for the world is a better place in the moment when the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast is taking place. And so, thank you for tuning in with us this morning as we converse about the latest sports topics that have taken place from this past week or will be upcoming this week. It is always a blast to have you all tune in to participate with us every weekend. As a reminder that every week we always like to begin our podcast by reminding our audience that the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast can be found on Facebook via our two Facebook pages, the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast community page, as well as additionally on our Early Morning Sports Talk podcast Facebook page. You can find us on Instagram at EMSTP underscore. Again, on IG at EMSTP underscore. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify as the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, as well as our own Facebook pages via Brandon Price, Jamar Goodman, and Jones, as well as our guests for that weekend. Today is October the 11th of 2025. Happy birthday to my brother Jeffrey Price. And we have seen yet again another fascinating week in the sports world where on Monday, we chopped it up this past Monday with Mr. Corey Lockwood. He is the head coach of the junior varsity basketball team at TF South High School. He is a big Early Morning Sports Talk podcast supporter. And so we had a great time, myself and Ian Jones, speaking with Mr. Corey Lockwood about the WNBA playoffs that took place, in which now the Las Vegas Aces, congratulations to them fellas. Congratulations to Asia Wilson. What a fantastic run. She has now won three out of the last four WNBA titles. Her, Becky Hammond, Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young, they are a dynamic duo. Congrats to Gary, Indiana's own Dana Evans. We'll talk about all that shortly, but they completed a sweep in impressive fashion. Additionally, we will see the MLB playoffs take place, in which for the National League, the winner of tomorrow, well, in this case, tonight's decisive Game 5 between our Chicago Cubs and the Milwaukee Brewers will decide whom will take on the mighty Los Angeles Dodgers for a chance to represent the National League in the Fall Classic after a heartbreaking era ended the Philadelphia Phillies World Series campaign. Additionally, the New York Yankees will be ousted by the mighty Vlad Guerrero Jr. led Toronto Blue Jays. He's been on a mission, guys. Y'all see how angry that boy playing? That boy is trying to win a World Series. Whom is awaiting the winner of tonight's decisive, I wrote this yesterday. Last night's Detroit Tigers and Seattle Mariners classic 15-inning matchup with the Seattle Mariners. They advanced, and so now it'll be the Toronto Blue Jays and Seattle Mariners that would battle it out to represent the American League in the World Series. And lastly, speaking of mighty, we will see the mighty Philadelphia Eagles drop 2 in a row this week after a 4-0 start, after taking a pounding from mighty rookie, y'all, Brian Scottaboo, whom from the looks of things look like they have something going, and look like, Jamar, they will have something going very strong in the near future between Scottaboo, Jackson Dart, and just what they're doing. If they continue to win games, they might be a little dangerous. And so, with that being said, introducing our guest for this morning on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, joining us for the third time here on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, Mr. Chris Ford. Chris is the owner of D3 Hitting and Fielding and is also co-founder of the Northwest Indiana Lady Vipers softball program. He is already, taken. He is a father of 4, and he is a diehard Cubs and OKC Thunder fanatic. Congratulations, man, on your NBA championship as well. This man is just winning everywhere, as we can see. His Cubs are in a very, very big situation tonight. And so, on behalf of the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, Chris, we would like to say good morning, sir. We would just like to thank you for joining us on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast. How are you this morning, my brother?
Good morning. I'm doing fantastic, man. Looking forward to being here and chopping it up with my guys today.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so, Mr. Chris Ford. All right. And so, speaking of chopping it up, so Mr. Chris Ford, ladies and gentlemen, is co-founder and head coach of the Northwest Indiana Lady Vipers softball program. He is very, very, very qualified to talk a variety of sports with us, but he is especially qualified, Jamar, to talk baseball. And so, let's talk about the MLB playoffs. Chris, Chicago Cubs. I'm a Chicago Cubs fan too. Jamar don't want to believe me, but I am. I promise. I grew up repping the Chicago Cubs. I done been to games. I'm a fan. Look, I done drunk beers, Wrigleyville. I done been to parties at Wrigleyville. I'm a Cubs fan. Okay, I know I got on black to represent the Sox, but I am a Cubs fan. Okay, and so it is wonderful to see the Cubs where they are today. And so, Jamar. And so, Chris. Good morning, Victor. Good morning, my brother. And so, Chris, man, to talk about the Chicago Cubs, we got a lot to talk about, man. Here they are, man. Like, oh, yes, man, if the Cubs win, this would be a rebuild that was way in advance, I promise. At least a year or two, in my opinion. And
Absolutely.
so, Chris, how are your Cubs here, man? What's happening? Let's talk about that. And so, game 4, the Cubs pitched a 6-0 shutout. And 3 of these 4 games, the Cubs have jumped out to leads. And so that's a positive that we can see from the Cubs, that they jumped out to leads in game 2, 3, and 4.
Yes.
Game 2 didn't turn out so well in the end, but that possibly was a home field thing. And so, just how do you feel, man, to be at this moment? You've got your OKC Thunder who won the NBA championship. You got your Cubs now who is on the brink of the NLCS. How does it feel, man, to be an OKC and Cubs Thunder fanatic right now?
It's a great time, man. It's a great time. It's not very often that all your teams are doing well at the same time. Well, at least for me, you know, everybody knows the Cubs' history. Well, we trying to change that, and the Thunder, finishing up their rebuild and becoming a juggernaut in the NBA. It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. And let me mention, I'm not only a Thunder and a Cubs fan, I am also a Colts fan, and we look real good, even with Danny Dimes, which
He is no longer Danny Crimes. We took off the label last week, me and Jamar.
Yeah, man. Hey, he looked good. I still ain't buying in, but he looked good. He looked good. But yo, man, it's a great time to be a Cubs fan. 2016 was a fantastic year for us, and then you didn't really know whether it was going, ever come back. You always got that thing in the back of your head. Well, are we gonna go back to obscurity? The front office is doing enough for me to keep us relevant. We made some good moves. We got some good guys come up through the minor league system. We rebuilt the minor league system very well. So I'm happy, man, and I feel real good about tonight. Milwaukee isn't that far away from Chicago, so
Right.
I believe in my heart that all the Cubs fans gonna bum rush that place tonight, and it's gonna feel like a home game for us. I wasn't gonna say this out loud, but there was a very good chance that I was gonna go to the game tonight, but it's not gonna work out. I got some obligations I gotta feel. I hate to disappoint my kids, all my girls and stuff like that. So I got some things that I gotta do tonight, so I'm gonna watch the game from home. But I feel good about it, man. Victor, be quiet. I don't care about Danny Dimes.
But Chris, we'll talk about Danny Dimes later in the Colts. But with the Cubs, yes, and we props to you, man, for doing what you got to do for your kids, and doing what's necessary on that end. That's totally respect it, man. And so, do you feel like in this case, the Cubs, if they win, how do the Cubs win this game tonight? What do they need to do? Do they need to pitch well? Do they need to keep the score low? Or can they win in a shootout? Because Milwaukee seem like they like shootouts.
I think with the way that we swung the bats in the last game, if we can carry that over into tonight, we can win a shootout. I've seen them win
Okay.
shootouts multiple times this season, but we absolutely have to pitch well today. That's going to be the number one thing. Who we choose to be the starter, who, comes out in first relief. Those are two big things today. They haven't announced a starter yet, which I'm okay with, but I'm a little worried that they might, pick the wrong guy. I got my guy who I want to be on the mound today.
Who do you want? Because I thought it would be Shota Imanga. I'm sorry, I always call him Imanga, but it's Imanga. But that's who I think it should be, in my opinion.
No, I hope they left him in Wrigley.
Okay.
He shouldn't even travel. They should have let him go. Watch the game from the clubhouse and prepare for the Dodgers in game one. Let him get his mental right. My choice to pitch today to start the game would be Colin Ray. I thought Colin Ray should have been the game one starter instead of pitching Michael Boyd on short rests. But I 120% believe that he should be the dude who starts the game today. I think he gives us the best option. It's his former team.
Right.
He gonna be a little bit amped up. And being his former team, he might have a little bit of insight up there. On what those guys like and what they don't like and how to get them out. And I just think that he's rested. He's pitched really well at the end of the season. He was definitely one of our, I want to say, he might have been top two because Matthew Boyd. I keep saying Michael Boyd. Matthew Boyd.
Yeah, Matthew.
He scuffled. He scuffled a little bit at the end, after the All-Star break. So I think that Colin Ray and then obviously Cade Horton were probably our top two guys in the rotation going into the end of the season. And so I feel like he deserved, he pitched well enough. He deserves the opportunity to start in this game.
Yes. And I hope we get past them because the way Matthew Boyd pitched in game 4, man, that's that playoff picture I love, man. Like it's that picture where you know that if a person like that can get hot a pitcher, that could transform a whole playoff run, especially in the MLB playoffs, fellas. I know the Dodgers might seem high and mighty, but they ain't invincible, Jamar. They are not invincible. Philadelphia pushed them to the brink. And if it wasn't for that arrow, it'd probably be a Philadelphia game 5 today. And so who knows? I mean, I know the Dodgers seem invincible, but if we can get past the Brewers, the 1 seed, I think it's playoff baseball at that point. It ain't nothing to lose at that point. Who the hell expect the Cubs to be in the NLCS at that point?
You lying if you said.
Wait, say that again, Chris?
You lying if you said you thought they were going to be in NLCS. I can tell you that.
I know, because I didn't.
Absolutely. I can admit that.
Jamar, did you expect the Cubs to be in the NLCS?
I almost cussed. Of course not.
Look at his face.
What? Who? No, of course not. I didn't expect that. No.
Right. And so here we are with this opportunity. And so, Jamar, quickly, man, who gets it done tonight? Do you think the Cubs get it done tonight?
I think it's possible. It's definitely possible. Before we even went on, Chris was saying, like, he pretty much proud that they didn't, lay down because they could have just, got swept and just, stayed home and that'd have been the end of the season. But the fact that they took back momentum in game 3, I'll tell you a little secret. I've been secretly rooting for the Cubs. I mean, at this point, I just want somebody in Chicago to be a winner. So in Game 3, like I was a little nervous based on how that game was going. Yeah, they scored early, but it seemed like the Brewers was threatening like every other inning. It was like they was right there, and they figured out a way. Game 4, like I was telling Chris, I'm so glad Ian Happ and Kyle Tucker showed up. Well, welcome to the playoffs. Like for real.
Amen.
I know Michael Bush been excellent, leadoff home runs here and there. PCA looked like he's starting to get some confidence again. And of course, if you get a hot PCA, it makes things a little bit more interesting across the board. But nevertheless, I mean, like this series has in my opinion, it has a lot more intangibles to it because of the rivalry that has been in the last 5-6 years between the two teams. The fact that Craig Counsell came from Milwaukee and just everything, like all the little things in between with that. If you're from the area, you know how intense this series already is on top of the stakes that's added. So it's like the Cubs was supposed to be the team that supposed to have, won the division, and Milwaukee's supposed to have been the one that should have been in these shoes. And Milwaukee has $100 million less in payroll, but yet they're the best team in baseball. So it's a lot of things that go that's a part of the series that makes it that much more amplified in this area. So as far as the Cubs, I mean, they do have a chance, but like Chris said, it starts with the pitching. Like the pitching has to be there, and if you're the Cubs, you have to score early and often, like you've been doing the last few games. You got to keep it up. You just have to, and the pitching has to do its job. And at that point, like you're good, I would imagine.
Can I say this really quickly, Chris?
Yes, sir.
Do the stars got to show up for the Cubs? We paid a lot of money this offseason to get some guys, the Tuckers of the world, PCAs. How important is it for some of these guys with these World Series experience, this championship experience, to show up tonight? Because I think that's one thing we got over the Brewers. We got some experience in that locker room.
Yeah. So Kyle Tucker, yes, we traded for him for these moments, for these situations. He got to show up. He's got to show up today. He hit a home run in the last game, which was huge because, watching him roll over ground balls to second base 150,000 times over the past 2 months is driving me nuts. As some of y'all know, but some people might not know, I'm a hitting coach. So watching him roll over and him being a superstar and not making that adjustment sooner was driving me nuts. But, watching him get through a ball and hit a home run, man, that's great. And he absolutely has to show up today. Ian Happ, the longest tenured Cub, the senior Cub of the roster. He has to show up today. He's been here the longest. He's arguably just based off seniority, he the head of the table. He got to show up today. Those two guys in the middle of our lineup, they got to do their job today, and we can definitely win this game.
Yes. And really quick question, fellas. If the Cubs were to advance to the NLCS, do you guys think that the Cubs got a fighting chance against the mighty Los Angeles Dodgers? Are the Dodgers invincible? Chris, let's start with you.
We're going to punch them in the mouth, man. Look, they're dangerous. They're super dangerous. They got, their pitching is healthy. Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow, Yamamoto. Am I missing somebody? But it just those three, and then you got Clayton Kershaw coming out of the bullpen. You got their rookie Sasaki, moonlighted as a closer these days, and figuring it out, pumping 100 and 203, to close out games. The pitching is healthy. Oh, I did forget somebody. How you forget Shohei Ohtani?
Right? I mean, but that's enough. But Jamar, at that point, it's a of course with him and Mookie Betts and those guys, man.
Yeah.
Those are the usual suspects when it comes to them.
Right.
They,
And you
they
got-
just
At the head of all of that, you have the best player in baseball at the head of their team, man. There's nothing that this dude can't do. He can run, he can hit, he gonna throw you 102 off the mound and then break you off with some breaking balls, man. They're dangerous. It's a very good lineup.
Mhm.
But as I said earlier, we did win the season series. We do get home field advantage. So the first 2 games will be at Wrigley. And if you ever been in the middle of a Wrigley crowd, whether it's a playoff race in the regular season or a playoff game, it's electric.
It's
It is
electric.
It is electric. Tell you right now, them screaming Freddie Peralta's name in game 4 when he trying to execute pitches, it makes a difference. It makes you sweat a little bit more. It makes you grip that ball a little bit tighter. You'll hang a pitch. You never know, man. But I definitely think that we can pull it off because not only, we have the best. I feel like we got one of the best defenses in the league.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's one
One
thing.
of
That's
the
one
best
thing we got.
defenses in the league. Like in the wild card series, Nico Horner, Matt Shaw, and Dansby Swanson, man, talk about a great infield. Just making all types of plays. Matt Shaw might not be able to hit the ball, but he remind me so much of like Nolan Arenado with the way he sees the ball coming off the bat, making plays at third. It's crazy. Nico, Gold Glover. Dansby Swanson, Gold Glover, which is why we brought him here, man. He wanted to be here. We brought him. And then you got PCA in center field who can cover line to line. Literally, we could stick him out there by himself and he'd probably make every catch. The dude's insane.
He's so good. He's so good.
Yeah, he is. I think that we might be the team that can get it done against the Dodgers, man. Absolutely.
Yes. And so, that being said, we got a very important question, Chris. And this is a question that we ask all of our guests. For instance, I've asked Corey. I've just been asking everyone that comes on as of October. But it's very important we do this with you. We need your World Series picks. And so, right now we have the Cubs and the Brewers battling it out to play the Dodgers. And then in the AL, we have now the Mariners, who, what a classic series, everyone. Beat the Detroit Tigers last night, 15 innings. And then the Yankees, unfortunately, got ousted by a mighty Blue Jays team. Right now, who are your World Series picks, and who is your pick to win it all at this point?
Look. If we pull it off tonight, man, I think we can make it. You get Kay Horton back, who's probably been arguably the best pitcher in pro baseball for the past 2 months. I got on my Jake Arrieta jersey, and he looked like Jake Arrieta for 90 days. After the All-Star break, pitching lights out with a sub-1 ERA. We can pull it off tonight. I think that we can make it. And I definitely think, man, that the Blue Jays are just too good.
Scorching.
Yes. Scorching hot.
They got some bats over there.
Man.
Woo.
Hey, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., with all the talk that he received this year about his numbers and not starting off hot, he looked motivated. He looked like he got a chip on his shoulder. And most importantly, he looking real like his daddy, man. That grand slam he hit, the only thing, like, watching that in bat was beautiful. How he just took that first pitch. He never even thought about swinging at it. It's like he was seeing the future. And that swing
Right.
he took, man, that's Vladimir Guerrero Sr. all day, every day, and twice on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
So my
Mhm,
picks would
mhm,
be
mhm.
the Blue Jays, and I'm going with my boys, man. The Cubs. We're gonna shock the world.
Yes. Well, that sounds about right. I mean, for the World Series, I picked who did I pick? I picked the I picked the Dodgers to win it all. Um, I think you guys know I got good reason to pick that.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
mean, they do have one of the most paid, and baseball money wins your championships. Ask the Yankees and the Dodgers.
Yeah.
And so, they got them payrolls, them big markets, man. And so they just got a damn near all-star team over there in LA. And so it'll be interesting, man, to see what happens. But Jamar, who was your pick again for the World Series? Give us your pick again, bro, for the World Series.
Well, it was I guess what he got on.
Right, it was the Cubs.
It was the Cubs and the Yankees. That's what it was.
Okay. Right.
Yep. Until we found out how hot Toronto was. So.
Right. And for me, I picked the rematch. I think me and Jamar, yeah, we both picked the Yankees. I wanted to see a rematch between the Yankees and the Dodgers. But obviously the Yankees didn't show up. And so, on the other hand, that concludes our MLB conversation with our brother, Mr. Chris Ford, co-founder and head coach of the Northwest Indiana Lady Vipers softball program, owner of D3 Hitting and Fielding. And so we appreciate that baseball conversation, my brother. But now we got to head to the NFL. Hey, Jamar, guess what time it is, bro?
What time is it?
It is time for NFL reactions and overreactions. And
All
so,
right.
Chris, we know you're a football fan as well, man. And
Yes,
so,
sir.
by the way, Chris, Cubs versus Blue Jays. That is the pick from Mr. Peoples Hernandez. And so, appreciate you giving us that pick, bro. That will be a great World Series just with two large markets as well. And I remember Ian giving us that, I think, last week it was. And so, Ian be low-key picking a lot of right stuff. And so, NFL reactions and overreactions. Jamar, we'll start with you and then Chris as well. Is it an overreaction, fellas, to think that Jackson Dart and Brian Scottaboo, both rookies, rookie quarterback Jackson Dart, Brian Scottaboo, who's looking like another version of Brandon Jacobs,
Cam
looking
Scottaboo.
like it's Cam Scottaboo. He's out here looking like a Mike Allstock Jr. Is it an overreaction to think that this duo will be a problem for the NFC East, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the rest of the NFL in the near future?
I mean, I don't think so. I mean, look what they just did on Thursday to the defending champs who went into that game as a heavy favorite, and for Jackson Dart to go into that game without Malik Neighbors, who's out for the season, without Darius Slayton, who was their next top wide receiver, to go in there with a bunch of backups. Some of these wide receivers I never even heard of. To do that against the Eagles, like why the future can't be now to a certain degree. I mean, yeah, they're both rookies, but I mean, heck, if you was watching in the preseason, you saw that Jackson Dart had the it factor. There's not too many guys at the quarterback position that has the it factor, and it's not too many running backs that has a high motor like Scottaboo. It's just not.
Yeah, he got a motor. That kid
Yeah,
got a motor.
You can't teach that. So to have both of those guys, and if you see the teammates how much they rally behind these guys, like, no, why can't they be a problem now? I mean, we know what Dallas defense is, nothing. The Commanders defense isn't that great either. So I mean, why can't they do the same thing to the other teams in the division? So no, not overreaction.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm pretty sure Cam Scottaboo, he can outrun Bobby Wagner any day. And so, and that's the linebacker for the Commanders. And so Chris, what are your thoughts, man? Is it an overreaction to think that this duo could be a problem for the NFC East in the near future for the Eagles and for the NFL?
I don't think it's an overreaction at all. Like Jamar said, why can't the future be now? And the proof is in the pudding, man. Watch the game, you can see it. You know, the it factor, and being a coach and a leader, you get to see firsthand the power of belief. And if you got belief in yourself and your team, man, and you got a little talent behind it, you can accomplish things that you never thought you could. Like, you can tell that those dudes just believe in each other. They believe in Jackson Dart. They believe in Cam Scatterboo. And sometimes that's really all you need to turn things around at any point in time. And they look good, man. They look good against the defending champs. Yeah, on my parlay, I didn't have, the Philadelphia Eagles only scoring 17 points. Absolutely not, man. They shut that offense down and they put them to work. They put the work in. It was great.
Right. Yes, it was great to see. AJ Brown still looking unhappy over there, man. But I hope that they continue to try to work things out. But Deshaun just gave us a comment. Good morning, Deshaun, my brother. Yes, Deshaun, our brother, rocking on Sunday mornings with Jamar Goodman, Destination Fantasy Podcast. If you are into fantasy football, those are your guys. Destination Fantasy Podcast. And so he state Dart looks good, poised, and his legs going to be a problem. Yes, he can run, Deshaun, for sure. Scatterboo is just a juggernaut in the backfield. I was really impressed, Deshaun, watching him even against New Orleans when they lost, fellas, how after he fumbled the ball, he told Brian Daboll, Jamar, give me the ball again. And he went running right through the Saints again. And they was having a hard time stopping his rookie. And I'm just sitting there thinking, like, he's a rookie. And this is a rookie. Imagine what this could be like in a year or two, And the coach didn't only give him the ball once. He gave him the ball 3 straight times, and he worked for the first down the 3 straight. And the Saints knew they were running the ball. They still couldn't stop it. That's the scary part.
That's how you earn the respect of your coach and your teammates and the staff. That's how you earn it right there.
Absolutely.
When people know what you do, but they still can't stop it. Ask Steph Curry. They know he gonna shoot the ball. You still can't stop it.
What can you do?
What can you do? You know that Shohei Ohtani is going to hit the ball. You know the Dodgers are a great team. Can you really stop it, though?
We can't.
You okay. Like, you know what's coming.
No, but absolutely. You know what's coming, man. It's
right.
Right away.
The aces. You know Aja Wilson getting the ball. Can Alyssa Thomas and her wife, DeWanna Bada, stop it? You know she's getting the ball. Can you stop it? And so there's just certain players. You know when Michael Jordan got the ball, everybody in the 90s knew he was getting the ball, Chris. Could the Jazz stop it? Could Gary Payton stop it? Could Charles Barkley and the crew stop it? No. Just certain things when you know it's going to happen, but you just can't stop it. And so healthy neighbors, yes. And I mean, if he was healthy, man, his team, because that kid was looking like he could be one of the best receivers in the NFL just a few weeks ago. That kid can ball. And a solid complimentary receiver and Wendell Robinson, I think the Giants are coming. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. And so, yes, it's good for the Giants, man, to be a good football team. On the other hand, Jamar, is it an overreaction to think that after trading quarterback Joe Flacco to the Cincinnati Bengals, now making room for rookie quarterbacks Dylan Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, that Ian Jones, I don't know if Ian is still with us, might change his mind on if rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders will likely start a game this season for the Cleveland Browns? Is it an overreaction to think that Ian now, after seeing what the Browns did with Joe Flacco, shipping him to Cincinnati, Now, Shedeur Sanders just named QB2 yesterday, Chris. Is it an overreaction to think that sometime if this team don't go anywhere, that Shedeur Sanders will get us started? We'll see him in action this season.
I mean, I've always felt that he would get an opportunity at some point this season, even before the Joe Flacco trade, but that just pretty much just cleared a pathway for him to get on the field by far. I mean, the Browns are in a phase to where they are trying to see who is their future quarterback, or more so, is their future quarterback on the roster right now, because the draft compensation that they do have coming up in this upcoming draft, to where if it doesn't work out, they can go get a quarterback in the draft if they really want to. They do have 2 first-round picks. Now, the first-round pick they got from the Jags is probably not looking as high as they thought it would be, but nevertheless, it's still a first-round pick. But look, it all depends on, I guess, how fast or how quickly the wheels unravel, per se, with Dillon Gabriel. I mean, there's a reason he's a 3rd-round pick, and we all know that Shedeur Sanders should have been a 1st-round pick, if not a very early 2nd-round pick, or more so, he should have went well ahead of Dillon Gabriel, if I'm being very frank. So I think he's gonna start now. As far as Ian, I don't know. Ian may be a little stubborn on that front, but I think he will play at some point. And heck, by the time the Browns come play Chicago, he might be the quarterback then. Who knows?
All right. So, Chris, is there no reaction to think that after Shedeur Sanders being named QB2 due to the trade of Joe Flacco, that it is possible that we will see Shedeur Sanders start at quarterback for the Browns this season?
I don't think it's an overreaction. I'm still a little skeptical because I just don't like the way that they're handling it at all. It's very, very, very weird what they got going on over there. For me, even thinking that Dillon Gabriel is QB1 before Shedeur is QB1 is mind-boggling to me. But I am really hoping that he does get a start. At least 1 or 2, maybe later on in the year. So no, not an overreaction. Hopefully, he get a chance to show what he can do, for sure.
Right. It'd be very nice to see that. It would be very, very nice to see that because we all know that kid should have been a 1st-round pick. Yes. And so progressing. 3rd, fellas. Is it an overreaction to think that Dallas Cowboys wide receiver George Pickens is actually a better wide receiver than fellow Cowboy and Pro Bowl top 10 ranked wide receiver CeeDee Lamb?
What? Huh?
That's a question.
Yeah, we definitely overreacting here. Nope. We're not doing this morning, Brandon. We're not doing this morning. We're not doing it. CeeDee Lamb is that guy. CeeDee Lamb got paid all that money to be that guy. Now he just had to have an unfortunate ankle injury against our Bears, and Bears, smacked the Cowboys that day. But nevertheless, CeeDee Lamb, when he is healthy, he is a top 3 to 5 receiver in this NFL, without a doubt. George Pickens, yes, he can make some unbelievable catches. Yes, he is this generation's Brandon Lloyd. And anybody else that could just make spectacular catches but can't do the regular, 10-yard out. I don't know. I don't get it. But nevertheless, CeeDee Lamb is that guy. Dak Prescott just happens to be playing at a very high level, and George Pickens just happens to be a very good beneficiary of Dak Prescott right now. So is Jake Ferguson and a couple other people. But nevertheless, CeeDee Lamb is that guy. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Deshaun, man, if you are here as a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, you saw this kid up close. I know y'all once looked at me crazy when I said I felt he was the best wide receiver at one point in the NFL. I know I got looked at really crazy. And so, Chris, man, perhaps you think the same thing. But I just love this kid, George Pickens, man. The question will be tomorrow. What is he going to do tomorrow? Like, what is he going to do tomorrow? Is he going to get 200 yards? Is he going to get at least 100? Is he gonna maul somebody tomorrow and be like, "Wow, did he just do an OBJ?" Like it's just the kid is amazing. He's a great football. He's fantastic. Anywho, Chris, maybe I'm overreacting here.
I hate to tell you, bro, but yeah. Yeah, I love you, but yeah. Hey, George Pickens can do some fantastic things. CeeDee Lamb is a dog, bro. And the level of consistency and what in the way he does it, especially with that circus show they got over there in Dallas, it speaks to how good he is, in my opinion. Like it's a crapshoot over there at any given week, and CeeDee Lamb is gonna give you his numbers every time. You know,
Right.
George Pickens, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I watched a few games, and man, he can catch it. He do some good things out there, but yeah, I'm taking CeeDee Lamb every day.
All right. Yes. It was just a question because the Cowboys, they got a good core in this case. I mean, if you got a guy that's damn near, okay, yes, we know he's not his best. I knew that, guys. I knew it. I knew it. But just to ask the question, it shows that the Cowboys got a good problem here because you got two damn good receivers. Well, when CeeDee Lamb come back, one is kind of pushing the other, in my opinion. I know he ain't better than CeeDee Lamb, but that's a good problem I have over there, like really. All right, back to the stuff that we can all agree on. Number 4, I think we can agree on this, possibly somewhere, somehow. There's some type of agreement here. Is it an overreaction, Jamar, to think that after the heartbreaking loss, yet again from the Miami Dolphins this weekend, and I had to message Keith O'Shannon as they was live, man, because I know he was hurt, man. After they lost yet again, but this time to the Carolina Panthers, that the clock is now beginning to tick on head coach Mike McDaniels.
So here's the thing, like that clock's been ticking on that man even before that loss. It probably just sped up the clock, but it's been ticking on that man. Entering the season, it was ticking on that man. I mean, I know he was on here last week and he said he was gonna win 4 in a row, and he had a good case until we saw that abomination happen. So like I said, like I like Mike McDaniels. I would go have a beer with Mike McDaniels. I don't even drink beer. I would go have a beer with the man because he's a one of a kind person. But as far as the head football coach for this particular team, I don't think it's that. He's probably a very excellent coordinator. I don't know if he's like a head coach material at this point anymore, but yeah, that clock is ticking. In the cartoons where they're trying to disable a bomb and it's like say 30 seconds, you touch the wrong wire and it went from like 30 seconds to like 5 seconds. That's exactly what happened.
All right, perfect analogy. And so, Chris, do you agree? Is it an overreaction to think that this time after loss to the Panthers, that the clock is now beginning to tick on head coach Mike McDaniel for the Miami Dolphins?
I'm surprised he's still there. I'm surprised they even let him come into the season as the head coach. His clock probably broke and they just haven't noticed it yet, so they still let them stay. The sand has run out of the hourglass, man. The glass, man. It's time for him to go. He got to get out of that. It's like they're the Dallas Cowboys of the other side of the division, bro. It's bad. It's so bad. Yeah, I think I think his clock has run out. I think whatever he brought to them, and I watched their what do you call it? What's the
Hard Knocks?
Yes. I watched their Hard Knocks, and I had a lot of respect for the dude and what he was doing and what he was trying to do. But it's run its course. He got nothing. He's got nothing left to give to them. It's not working anymore. They missed their window. Tyree's leg is all messed up, and
Yeah.
Tua is one strong win away from retiring. And
He said a strong win.
it's time for a rebuild over there.
Yo,
Right.
strong
And
little guts.
I like Deshaun said, I
Mhm.
like Mike McDaniels, man. I do. I like him. I like what he, his persona and how his philosophy as a head coach. But you can just tell that it's over with.
Much.
Wow. And so yeah, I'm in agreement. Even Deshaun is as well. And so yes. And then lastly, fellas, Jamar, is it an overreaction to think that after the fumbled football from Arizona Cardinals running back Amari DeMarcado, that himself, Kyler Murray, and the Cardinals organization should do a docu-series entitled 30 Ways to Lose a Football Game?
Yeah, might as well, and add Adonai Mitchell to that list too from the previous week. So I mean, just add all these knuckleheads in the one one docu series, because like my gosh, like it happened the week before with Chris's team with Adonai Mitchell, and then you gonna go ahead the following week and do the same exact thing,
Right. Right.
like bro, what are we doing? Like, if I'm not mistaken, Chris left a comment that like people should be kicked off teams and stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
cut him, bro. Cut him. If you can't hold on to the football long enough to make sure it's a touchdown, cut him. People to stop doing it then. There's no reason why we're letting go of the football early in a football game. Get across the line and drop it, man. That's terrible. You can let a lot of things go. And people talk about how people don't care about the game enough and they don't care about the small things enough. And some of that stuff for me is an overreaction to the growth of the game and people just want to be stuck in their ways. But this, letting the ball go before you literally cross the line for it to count, is insane to me. Get them out of here. Practice squad.
Wow. And this is a very serious question, guys, because this is not just from this past Sunday. To our fans that are sports fans, if we watch the NFL, we know the Cardinals have been dropping games left and right. This is all they do. This is what Kyler Murray does. And he's been ticked off about it as of late because they've been dropping games. I mean, look what they did against the Rams the other week, guys. Look what they did the following week after. The Cardinals just find ways to lose games. And so at this point, it was a serious question if they should do a docuseries entitled 30 Ways to Lose a Football Game. And if they do, then we should sit as students with our notepads and just listen to Kyler Murray speak, and he'll teach you everything.
Oh, yeah, bro. His play is just as small as he is these days.
And so, yeah, shout out to Jamar for writing that question, man. That's a great question, Jamar. And so, all right. Yeah, so notable college football games this weekend. We got some big football games happening this week, guys. Number one, Ohio State. They are going to Champaign. That is right, Jamar. And this is a big game. Illinois, they actually beat USC last week, ranked USC, so that was a good win. And so now they host the Buckeyes today, and it'll be at noon, so that's a big game. Number 8, Alabama, and number 14, Missouri. Big SEC matchup. Playoff implications possibly. Additionally, number 6, Oklahoma, and now unranked Texas. Again, repeat, number 6, Oklahoma, and unranked Texas. Guys, it's Archman in it. It's Archman in it. Go ahead, Chris. I see.
Yeah, that's the Texas fan right there.
Look.
Is he just riding the coattail of being a Manning?
How
got a good last name.
How could you not say yes? How could you not say yes? I don't know, man. It's dicey. This ain't Longhorn football. This ain't the Longhorn football that I know. Vince Young is rolling over in his bed every day. watching watching this Longhorn football that we got going on here. It
It looked awful last week. It looked really. It looked awful.
people were wondering
Awful.
why I can't and I'll forget his name. Who was the quarterback before him? Was it
Ewers?
Was it Ewers?
Ewers,
Yeah,
Ewers,
last
yeah.
name was Ewers. I think
Yeah.
Quinn was his first.
Quinn Ewers.
Yeah, Quentin Ewers, yeah. And people were always wondering why Ewers was continuing to start and Arch wasn't really getting that shot when it was looking
Right.
dicey.
Right.
Now you know.
Mhm.
Even me,
Right.
I was like, why we put Arch in the game? Now you know. He wasn't ready, and he might not be ready. I'm not ready to close the book on him. You know, he still got mad blood, so there's always a possibility. And I'm not ready to close the book on him. But the Heisman Trophy talk, the top pick talk, we gotta close the book on that and put a bookmark in it and,
Right.
and save it for later until he figure it out. 'Cause
Well,
there's
the
no
question
way
might be
he's unranked.
right. The question might be at this point. I don't know if we see miracles like Jesus being resurrected from the dead. It's just an analogy. But the evidence, what I'm saying, is out there, I think, for this kid at this point. I don't think he's nowhere near Heisman, nothing. Nothing at all.
No, not a
He's
chance.
barely a starter. Heisman, are we serious? Heisman? Now, he's clearly, for me, riding the coattail of being a Manning. I don't know what, but it shows you just how much sometimes analysts analyze Jamar. Because Paul Feinbaum, he said at the beginning of the season that this kid would be one of the best things since hot rice coming out. He's going to be in New York, guaranteed seat. And I'm just sitting there like, is he saying that just because he at Texas? Is he saying that just because he's a Manning? Like, is he really doing his research on this kid and seeing what he's really doing? Like, this kid clearly for me is not what people are saying. And you put out a perfect analogy, Chris. Now we see why Jamar, for the last 2 years, the second year last year was really dreadful because we're like, okay, yeah, first year, he can sit out. But last year, everybody's like, why is he? Why? It was just whys everywhere. Now we see why.
I mean, I'm of the position where, yeah, I'm definitely not writing them off. I think it's just one of those to where he just need more reps. He just got to keep playing.
Yeah,
That's where I'm at, and the hype definitely superseded the productivity. Like,
Absolutely.
To be fair, he didn't ask for Paul Feinbaum to say he'll be in New York, for the Heisman and all that stuff. He didn't ask for that.
Very true.
I mean,
yeah.
But he did choose this path, knowing that, hey, you do have a Manning on the back of your jersey, and two other people, and one probably pretty soon, in your family's Hall of Famers. So it's like you did choose that. So it does come with a level of scrutiny, but to be fair, it's like he didn't ask for this. He hasn't really played since he's been at Texas. He played some last year, here and there, but it wasn't like he hasn't really played. Just let him play and see what happens.
I think he's realistic about it.
We've been playing. We've been watching him play and see what happens, all right?
He hasn't played up to par. Also, has the play calling been there either? Because I know that was a question mark at some point early in the year, too. So it's like.
But I think he's coaching scared, the head coach, because he want to make sure that this kid don't go out and stink up the joint. He's limited. Clearly, this kid is limited. He barely can throw the deep ball.
I think he can't. I think it's a more so to where I'll put it to you like this. So the 49ers have Mac Jones as their backup quarterback, right? Kyle Shanahan has let that man, he said, let it rip. And Mac Jones looked like a second coming to Tom Brady the other night.
Yes, he looked good last week, yes.
Yeah, so So that's what I'm saying. Like, is the head coach? I forgot his name, but nevertheless, is he really letting?
Steve Sarkisian?
Yeah, is he
Sarkisian,
really is he really letting him rip or making him play within this box? I haven't really watched too many Texas games, but I
He's
know
making
that
him
was the
play
question.
within his box. I think he's doing that to protect him, Jamar.
But is it more so limiting? Like, is it really protecting him, or is it really like not letting him be him?
Yeah, hindering him.
Yes.
That's the thing about coaching, man. You got to be able to let these kids be themselves and fit what you want to accomplish around who they are to get the best out of them. Like if you know your quarterback and hit what is going to be successful for him, you got to figure out a way to get your offense to be able to work around who he is, and that's probably not right now.
But guys, he got 5 interceptions in 5 games.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I'm not surprised. Listen to the talk and the pressure, like being a Manning and all that weight he's got on his shoulders. He probably scared out of his mind every time the ball is snapped because he know the level of perfect people are going to expect from him. It's like I feel like it's no different from Bronny, no different from Shador. Like
okay, no different from Jordan kids, Michael Jordan kids.
Yeah, like that pressure when you come from superstardom is crazy. Gotta be crazy. You know?
Yeah. All right. And so, yeah, all right. We'll see what the kid does. He's at home today. This would be a nice win for him if he could win in the Red River rivalry. This would be a great win for him, right, Chris?
Absolutely.
This against number 6 Oklahoma. But the great thing about it is that you're at home. You're at home, and so if they can win this game, it'll be great. If they lose, then it'll be just more questions. But we'll see how that turn out. Number 10, Georgia's at Auburn. Big SEC matchup, so that's an important game. And then Florida, big win over Texas last week. They're going into A&M team that's they're 5-0, and so this will be very, very nice to see Florida play against Texas A&M in a huge SEC matchup. Both of those teams are still fighting for SEC contention as well for the championship game, etc. So with that being said, those are our notable college football games for this week. Let us recap the 2025 WNBA Finals. Congrats to the Las Vegas Aces, Chris. This is A'ja Wilson's 3rd championship in 4 seasons. Congrats to Becky Hammon, Chelsea Gray, Jackie Young. That core has stayed together, and so they've gotten 3 rings, and now they're a dynasty now in Vegas. And so the WNBA Finals, in my opinion, bro, it was one of the worst WNBA Finals in history because Phoenix was they didn't have enough perimeter shooting, number 1. Number 2, nobody could stick A'ja Wilson. She was clearly the best player on the floor. Number 3, there was no true center that could battle down low and even battle with A'ja Wilson because Alyssa Thomas, she's just not – she just can't – she's beefy, don't get me wrong, but she's just not – she can't battle with A'ja Wilson. Let's just put it that way. And so Alyssa Thomas is very limited on the offensive end too because A'ja Wilson was sticking her defensively. And I think that's one thing we don't put into fruition as much, guys, is how great of a defender she is too. She shut Alyssa Thomas completely down. Satu Sabally got hurt in game 3. Game 4, Alyssa Thomas got hurt. This was one of the easiest WNBA Finals championships ever, and the Vegas Aces took care of it. And congrats to Dana Evans, Gary, Indiana product. And so, go ahead, Chris. Do you want to say something, or Jamar, anything? Congrats to the Aces here.
A'ja Wilson is the best player in the WNBA, and it's not even close.
Okay, thank you for putting that out there finally. To all those Caitlin Clark fans. Yup,
It,
to all those
it's
Caitlin Clark
not
fans.
even close. I don't want to hear
Mm.
nothing about nobody else. It's Asia Wilson and the field. Stop disrespecting her.
Yeah, very good point. Very good point. Very good point. Yeah. And so, Jamar, I don't know if you have anything else to say before we get to our NFL picks.
It just shows you how wonderful of an organization the Aces are. Becky Hammond came to coach 4 years ago. They won 3 out the last 4. And then also the fact that, they got rid of Kelsey Plum and still reloaded and got back here and did it again. That just lets you know how great Asia Wilson is
Yeah.
and this organization is and everything else. And of course, Dana Evans, congrats to you as well. So it's
And Joy Lloyd as well, who they picked up for Kelsey Plum, fellas. And which remember Joy Lloyd, she won championships with Seattle. And
Yeah.
Joy Lloyd, y'all, by the way, is I think she's from Joliet, fellas. Joliet Catholic. She went to Joliet Catholic. So she's definitely a Chicago girl. Went to Notre Dame. Great WNBA player, by the way, as well. Olympian, etc. But go ahead, Jamal.
no, that was pretty much it. I'm like they doing things the right way in Las Vegas. So, shout out to them.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
They had to get something
So
right. That football team sucked.
that's another conversation for another day because we asked last week. Seriously, no joke, guys. We asked last week if the Vegas Raiders should consider benching Geno Smith, and I know it's a tough question to ask,
Is
but
it?
based off of it, yeah. So yeah, man, it sucks for Geno, but right now he's looking bad out there. And so, anywho, guys, we got our NFL picks. And so we'll go ahead and let's get started. So the Broncos, guys, they are playing tomorrow in London
Yep.
against the New York Jets. And so, Jamar, do Justin Fields get his first win tomorrow, or the Broncos continue to be the team who I thought they would be, which is a good football team?
Well, before I let you know, Vegas thinks not because Vegas got the Broncos 6.5-point favorite, 43.5 over under. And to answer your question, no, the Jets suck. They just suck.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
and look, I once again, like, I like Justin Fields to a certain degree. I do have a Justin Fields Bears jersey, but
Burn it.
like this ain't it. Like, whatever they're doing in New York is not working. Something has to give. I'm not saying it's all his fault because there's a lot of different issues with that team. Because Sauce is getting sauced out there and everything else with it.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Garrett Wilson ain't getting the ball.
not like
No,
you should.
not at all. What is up with that?
He ain't getting the ball at all. I think it's just Justin Fields. It's Justin Fields. Justin Fields. He holds the ball long. And it was a question that was asked early this week. Justin Fields, as a Bears fan, I've watched him. He holds the ball a lot. He can't really throw that deep ball well. It's a lot of things Justin do, man. He's run first, so that's his natural instinct. So just a guy like Garrett Wilson, he's not going to get the ball. The running backs are and the tight ends, but not Garrett. And so it's an unfortunate situation for him.
Man, you better have him run a slant or something, bro. Come on, figure out a way to get him the ball. Have him run a slant or something.
It's only 2 players you throwing the ball to, 2.5. Ain't nobody else out there. Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, and maybe the tight end. That's it. Like, give him the ball.
Right. And so, yeah, he not touching that ball, man. And so I know he frustrated, but 0-5. I mean, I just, I hate to see African American coaches put into bad situations, and we see it year after year, fellas. I just hope that the Jets don't do what we think or know that they might do, because it happens every year. African American coaches are put into bad organizations. They're put in bad situations intentionally, given a bad team intentionally. And in order to fill affirmative action quotas, say that, hey, in our history, we've hired this certain amount of African American employees. You can't get mad at us. You can't fine us. You can't do anything with us. Then they fire the guy after one season. And so I hope that this is not the case for Aaron Glenn. But common sense and history tells us that it likely might be Black Monday for Aaron Glenn come the end of the season. It's sad to see, but I just hope that it's not the scenario. But if he and I hate to say it as well, Jamar, if Justin Fields don't win, Chris, this might be his last opportunity to be a starter.
Yeah,
He might get benched. He might be a bench. He might be a second string quarterback after this.
It is what it is at this point.
no, he not gonna get the benefit of the doubt like Drake May or Matt Jones or anybody like that.
Right.
After this opportunity, he might be done. He gonna be a backup.
He would have to find his way to like Sean McVay or Kevin O'Connell or Shanahan. He had to find his way to one of those as a backup to get rehabilitated, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yep. And so, I think we didn't get your pick, Chris. But I don't know if this is a Cancun, but
Broncos
or Jets.
Broncos.
Okay. All right. And so, Jamar, I don't know if you got. Voila. Yes. That explains it. And so the Cardinals at the Colts. Speaking of the docu series, 30 Ways to Lose a Football Game, does that docu series get further evidence tomorrow with the Colts? And so do the Colts. I think we know who Chris got. And I think you guys know who I got based off of me believing in the Colts. I said I love those big body receivers for the Colts. I love that running back for the Colts, Jonathan Taylor, one of the best running backs still in the NFL. Great defense. It's a good football team, in my opinion. You barely lost to the Rams up in LA. I mean, if the guy didn't fumble the football, this team could be 5-0, Chris. This team could be 5-0 right here. And just a good football team. Ain't nothing too special about them. Ain't nothing too fancy about them. They winning. And so, Jamar, who you got for this one, Cardinals or Colts?
Well, Vegas loves the Colts by 6.5 point favorite, 47.5 over under. Kyler Murray hasn't practiced this whole week. I don't even think it would matter. What's y'all hashtag for the shoe or something like that?
For the shoe.
Yeah, I guess I'm rocking with Indiana Jones and the Colts. And can I hit this Cancun button?
I think you can, man. Think you can.
Okay.
Cancun.
Yeah. Voila, that is 2 Cancuns in a row. Seahawks, Jaguars. This should be a good one right here, fellas. I don't know if this might be a Cancun here. Jamar, who you got for this one, man? Shout out to the Jaguars, man. Good football team, low key.
Yeah. Vegas like Seattle on the road, 1.5 point favorite, 47.5 over under. Yeah, this one is tough. I do believe the Seahawks are a good team. They do have a solid defense. Sam Darnold has played effective football at the quarterback position. Jackson Smith and Jigba has been phenomenal. But I will remind people the Jaguars, they pretty much number one defense in takeaways this year. They're so it's tough because it comes back down for me to Trevor Lawrence. Because at times he looks good, and then at times I'm just questioning, what you're doing.
Like you should have been questioning Chris Jones last week for not even running after the kid.
Dude, I think when he fell, Chris Jones he probably looked like, okay, yeah, we got him, it's a wrap. And then I think he was starstruck, well, not starstruck, but in awe, like, did this really just happen? And I'm not moving, I'm not moving towards Trevor Lawrence at all. Yeah, that was bad. But for this pick, I'm gonna go Jacksonville. They're at home. I'm gonna go Jacksonville.
They are in Jacksonville. And so, Chris, Seahawks or Jags?
Oh man, this one's gonna be close. I'm gonna give the edge to Jacksonville, man. How they played last week and coming off that momentum and beating the Chiefs. I'm gonna give the edge to Jacksonville though.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. Biggest thing for me is Seattle traveled all the way from the Northwest down to the Southeast.
Yeah.
It's a big road trip for the Seahawks. They win it, it'd be impressive. Um, but I'm gonna go with the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars, yeah, good football team. Uh, Chargers at the Dolphins. Chargers are going across the country as well. But do the Chargers, they're playing a bad football team here, or are the Dolphins maybe a tricky football team? Because they put up fights every week, Jamar, as we see. They just don't know how to. Seem like they don't know how to finish football games. But who you got for this one? Chargers, Dolphins.
Yeah. So Chargers are favorite 3.5 on the road, 43.5 over under. I'm gonna take the Chargers, but what I usually say, I don't have the warm and fuzzies to a certain degree. They should take care of business, but I mean, Chargers lost 2 straight now. And they got punched in the mouth last week at their house. Amari Hampton is on IR, so I'm not sure what the running game looks like, but they still have 3 good wide receivers. Dolphins can't stop anybody, so I'm gonna go Chargers.
Okay. Yes. And Chris, Chargers, Dolphins.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers. The Dolphins, that I just feel like they don't have it. They're just gonna keep falling into obscurity. Mike
Like that word.
McDaniel.
Yeah. Yeah. If he loses this one, it'll be further evidence. And so it'll be very interesting. For me, actually going to go with the Dolphins at home, guys. Yeah, but it's a big reason, guys. Chargers got I got evidence here. Chargers lost 2 in a row. They're going across the country. They're going down to Miami. And I don't know, man. I think the defense for the Chargers, they're great, but they're not getting it done as of the last three weeks. They've been pretty abysmal. And the Dolphins got a few playmakers, guys that can, Darren Waller. Shout out to Darren Waller, by the way, Jamar, Chris. He's looking like Darren Waller, like of old. Like he's a grown man out there.
Oh yeah,
he is a grown man out there. Still got Achane, and he does what he does. Still got Waller. I mean, still got Jalen Waddle. And so I think the Dolphins get this one done, guys. I think the Dolphins pull it out in a very close game. It'll be a close game because the Dolphins don't blow people out. So it'll be a close game, and I think the Dolphins get it done late. Rams at the Ravens. Cooper Rush is starting tomorrow. Do the Ravens get it done tomorrow in Baltimore,
Jamar? So me and Vegas don't think so. 7.5 point favorite for the Rams, 45.5 over under. I know next week is their bye week, and they need it more than probably anybody in the NFL with all these injuries. But even when they was playing, playmakers wasn't making plays, especially on the defensive side of the ball, and that's where things gonna get ugly, just like Houston did to them last week. If Houston could do that, what do you think Puka Nacua and the Rams gonna do? Give me the Rams.
Hey, Puka might all the wide receiving records in one game in this game, bro.
Yeah. So, Chris, go ahead, man. But I think we got a Cancun here. Sounds like.
Hey, look, I'm a big Ravens supporter. I really am. I love the Ravens. I'm a big Lamar Jackson fan. But this defense is bad. Bad. Like, I don't know if they can stop my high school team over here. Bad. And then you got Mr. Consistency on the other side at the quarterback position, and then you got what's his name? Matthew Stafford. There you go.
Yeah, you're talking about right. And this brings up the question, guys. Who really won that trade at this point? Did both teams win? Did the Rams clearly win because they got a Super Bowl championship?
They clearly
Jared
won.
Goff. you know, like with what he's doing in Detroit, I mean, they are just an offensive juggernaut, wonderful team to watch. They just come up short of the Super Bowl, but they built something nice in Detroit too, right?
Right.
I think
So
Until the Lions win, the Rams won this trade because they got with the man to set out what they need to do was win a Super Bowl. That's why we play, right? That's why they play to win. So until
I don't know, man, Jamar, that's a tough one, man, because Goff has been an MVP candidate, man.
I mean, yeah, the Lions have been
the
great to
numbers,
watch,
the
but you gotta win.
I mean, it's fantastic. It's beautiful. Turning around Detroit is no easy feat.
I get it.
This organization has lost for centuries.
I ain't trying to hear it.
Like,
no.
I mean,
we're not giving them out participation awards. Nope.
I'm
not doing it.
I'm just saying, bro. It's a really, really, really good
debate. It's a nice, warm story, but no.
It's man.
Don't
I mean,
do
if
it.
we can sit here and we can say, for instance, in the NBA, right? It was a trade where what's the trade, Jamar? You always talk about. We've talked about it for years, and we stated like both teams really won the trade. I forgot who it was, but you know, for me, that's one of those scenarios. I understand that the Rams won that Super Bowl, but really outside of that, the Rams, they had their playoff run last year, but besides that, they've been a first round exit, if not even the playoffs. But Detroit, NFC Championship.
Nope.
I mean, come on, guys.
Nope. We're not doing it. We're not doing it.
As much as I feel your point, Brandon, man,
we're not doing it.
Man, the goal is to win a championship. I mean,
perfect example, the San Francisco 49ers. They've been to the Super Bowl twice. So we gonna give them a pat on the back, like job well done? No.
I mean, making a Super Bowl, you're talking to a Bears fan here. I don't know what the hell the Super Bowl looks like outside of 2007. So making a Super Bowl is a great accomplishment, guys.
But they didn't know.
You know how many teams wish they could make the Super Bowl?
Of course.
Wish they can make the NFC Championship?
Of course. And the Rams did it and got it done. And the Lions have not.
I'm just saying,
it's 64. It's 60-40 until they win a championship.
Yeah.
It's close.
They got to get it done.
Because it's not like the Rams are bad. They're still a good football team. The Rams are still
very good football team. Very good. So that might be my Super Bowl pick this year.
Yeah,
they are good.
Right. Even more reason why they win the trade.
Yeah, and we're not gonna sit up here and say like, okay, so yeah, the Lions have done good, but also the Lions have fumbled this twice. I'm not gonna sit there and say the Lions should have went to the Super Bowl 2 years ago when they played the Niners in the NFC Championship. They fumbled that, and then last year they was the number one seed
in the NFC.
They was the number one
seed last year.
They was the number one seed last year and got routed by a rookie quarterback. I ain't trying to hear it. No, they got to win.
All right, and so I just wanted to put that out there. So. Jamar, I don't think you hit the button, man, but I think that's a Cancun here.
Yeah, we got Cancun.
All right, and so the Cowboys at the Panthers. The Panthers, guys, they appear to be a sneaky team. As we stated last week, Jamar, when you doubt the Panthers, when you doubt them, that's when Bryce Young gets the memo, Chris. He got the memo last week that the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast doubted him. And he came out and he showed out. Every time we seem to say, hey, it's going to be a Cancun. It's going to be an easy win. The Panthers tend to come out and do the opposite. Now, the Panthers, again, are at home, guys. This might be important here. And they are playing against a bad Cowboys defense, but against a pretty potent offense. Jamar, who you got for this one?
Well, Vegas likes Dallas, 3.5-point favorites on the road, 49.5 over under. They're predicting a high-scoring game. I can see that. Yeah, so I'm gonna take the Cowboys. They have a better quarterback, better offense. We were talking about doubting the Panthers, but there's good reason to doubt the Panthers. They just happen to show a little resiliency and fight off the Dolphins, and they so happen to skunk the Falcons early in the year. But other than that, it's been abysmal.
I mean, but both of these teams, Jamar, they're both 2-3.
Well, the Cowboys are 2-2-1.
Yeah, sorry, 2-2-1. Thank you for that. And so, the Cowboys are 2-2-1. Panthers are 2-3. That was my whole point of saying that the Panthers are actually 2-3. That's not so bad. I thought the Panthers would be on 5, honestly. And so, Chris, who you got for this one? Cowboys or Panthers?
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. Solely based off the fact that the Cowboys have more weapons. And even though the Cowboys are missing one of their key weapons, they still got other guys to go to. The Panthers are missing Chuba Hubbard. He already out for this game.
Yep.
He a big part of what they do. He's probably the only
Mhm.
the shining light of the offense. So I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
Yeah, but there's another shining light, man. It's number 4. This kid for the Panthers can play football. Forgot his last name.
Predator McMillan. He needs to find the
Yes.
end zone though. He ain't scored
Yeah.
yet. That's a problem.
He scored, but he can play the game, and so you can see some bright spots on the Panthers. Bryce Young, he thrives in shotgun. Seems like in certain situations he's not as bad, and so it'll be a good game. I think it'll be a high scoring game, but I got the Cowboys as well. I think the Cowboys pull it out late. Patriots at the Saints. The Patriots guys are talk about a transformed program. They at New Orleans. New Orleans pulled off a nice win last week over the Giants. Jamar, who you got for this one?
Uh, Vegas likes New England 3.5 point favorite on the road, 45.5 over under. Like I know Drake May was playing pretty well this year, but that game against Buffalo, that showed a lot. That showed a lot to go
Yeah.
into Buffalo and do that.
Yeah.
Like I'm very impressed. Yeah, I'm going New England. Definitely going New England here.
Okay. Yes, and Chris, Patriots at Saints. 3-2 Patriots at 1-4 Saints.
Man, I gotta go with the Patriots, man. After what I seen in Buffalo, and Stephon Diggs looking like a monster out there. Him and Drake May, right? Is that that's Drake May?
Mhm.
Yeah, him and Drake May looking like they got a good little connection going on. I'm gonna go with the Patriots.
Yeah, and I'm with you guys. Jamar, I think we can pull out the button. I think the Saints, they I like Spencer Rattler. I think he's gonna be a decent quarterback, guys. I think it'll be a good game, especially being that it'll be in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Browns at the Steelers. Dylan Gabriel, he's going up to Pittsburgh tomorrow. Jamar, who you got for this one?
Steelers 6.5 point favorite, 38.5 over under. So I'm gonna take the Steelers. I don't have the warm and fuzzies. I feel like this is going to be a low scoring dogfight. The Browns defense are real. That is a real defense. So I feel like it's going to slow down the Steelers, but Steelers is still competent. The Browns are not. Give me the Steelers.
Yeah, the competency, that's a big difference. Chris?
I'm gonna go with the Steelers too, only because one of my sole reasons is because I don't want the Browns to win until Shador is the quarterback. I want them to I want them to get stomped every week until Shador gets what he deserves, man.
Man, I'm with you, bro. I think America's with you, dog. For real. And so
Kyler Murray Jr. ain't it?
all right, yeah, Dylan, yeah, and so I think the Steelers, their competency, the head coach, and I think it turns out to be the difference. But the Browns could definitely win this game. It's an AFC North game, right, guys? It's a division game. Anything can happen with these division games. Rookie quarterback, you don't have much film on him. So it's a dangerous game for the Steelers, but perhaps one of the great head coaches in the game, he might be up to par on that stuff already, as he's been doing it for a long time. And so I think the Steelers should pull this one out. So give me the Steelers at home. So Jamar, I think you should pull out. All right, Titans at the Raiders. I don't know if there'll be a Cancun on this one, but Jamar, who you got for this one? Cam Ward. This might be a good opportunity for him to get a W, man.
Yeah, this tough here. Raiders 3.5-point favorites at home, 41.5 over under. I'm stumped, but
Are you stumped, Jamar, because the Titans are coming off a miraculous win in Arizona last week? Or are you stumped because of Geno Smith?
The latter, how sorry and stinky they are. I mean, yeah.
Is miraculous really the word we use for that win?
It's literally it's sarcasm to the core, bro. It's sarcasm.
Absolutely.
It's like I'm telling you, like Cam Ward is good at football. The team is not. He is good at football. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Give me the Titans.
All right, Chris. Titans Raiders.
The game's gonna end in a tie. A no touchdown tie. That's how bad football is between these two teams.
Yikes.
Well, for me, give me the Raiders in Vegas. I think the Raiders get it done at home. The Titans should be on 5. Just 30 ways to lose a football game. But I think the Raiders should get this one done tomorrow. Give me the Raiders. 49ers.
12 or 4 field goals each. You heard it here first.
Yeah, right, man. It could be a lot of field goals. Now, I can see that, but I think the Raiders get more field goals in this one. 49ers at the Bucks. Jamar. Bucks, good football team. This rookie receiver looks amazing for the Bucks. Mac Jones getting his start again tomorrow. Who you got for this one?
Ooh, man, we got a nice matchup here. Vegas likes the Bucks 3.5-point favorites at home, 47.5 over under. Like you said, Mac Jones. Tom Brady. Mac Jones. He's playing again. There's no Ricky Pearsall. Juwan Jennings is questionable. We might see Kendrick Bourne start him again. I don't know what to expect on the 49ers offense outside of the fact Christian McCaffrey going to touch the ball like 30 times. You mentioned the Bucks wide receiver rookie sensation Emeka Egbuka out here balling. No Chris Godwin. Your best wide receiver in America, Mike Evans, still not playing.
Right.
No Bucky Irvin either. But there's a Baker's man, and the Baker's man be cooking these points as fast as he can. Give me the Bucks.
Yeah. A lot of people be sleep on Baker, in my opinion, and it's like I'm trying to tell people. Chris, Niners Bucks.
Man, this is gonna be a good one. Like Jamar said, Christian McCaffrey gonna touch the ball a gajillion times in this game, but hey, man, I'm gonna roll with Baker. He been getting it done. I'm gonna give Baker the edge. I think that he's gonna be able to make it happen and pull it out.
All right. Niners got a great defense, right? Got playmakers, guys that's been around that program for a long time. Great defensive coordinator, Robert Saleh. But the Bucks, pretty decent quarterback, pretty decent head coach, a lot of experience on that team, and this rookie sensation. This is a tough game. The common denominator is San Francisco traveling to Tampa, way across the country. But based off of their head coach and his pedigree, that doesn't really matter with he's a winner. And so give me the Bucks at home. I'll take the Bucks at home. I think the Bucks should win this game, maybe by less than a touchdown or by a touchdown. It'll be a close game. Yeah. Bengals at the Bucks. Is this another Cancun? Do Joe Flacco go into Green Bay tomorrow to get it done on his first start with the Bengals? That would be unprecedented, wouldn't it?
You know, I would greatly love to see that. But anyway, Vegas thing's completely different because they got the Packers by 14.5 at home.
That's not about right.
44.5 over under. Personally, I think that spread is way too high, but
that's nuts.
I will take I'll give me the points with the Bengals on that one. I mean, the one thing I can't say about Cincinnati, I mean, Joe Flacco will bring life to that offense. Their defense.
He will. What life? What life will he bring, Jamar?
He will bring life to Jamar Chase and Chase Brown. They will actually be productive again, and maybe T. Higgins.
Right.
But their defense can't stop anything. They can't stop a sign. So I don't know what to say with that one. Give me the team that's 192 miles north. Yuck.
All right. Yeah. And Chris, Bengals Packers, bro.
So this is gonna be funny, but I'm taking the Bengals.
Hey.
Wow.
I'm taking the Bengals, and I'm taking the Bengals solely off the fact that Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are so dynamic, and Joe Flacco can still throw a football. So as long as he gets some time, I think that they gonna have the time of their lives this weekend. They so happy that they can get somebody who can actually get them the ball that they about to go crazy.
Yeah, guys, I'm gonna take the guys 192 miles north.
And I don't like
the Packers.
I hope you're right, Chris. I really do. I really hope you're right. I'll be so happy.
Yeah, it'll be great for us as Bears fans to watch the Packers lose. But you know,
I feel like when you have a giant spread like that too, 14.5 points is crazy.
That is
like, yeah, that's showing that they really think that. Yeah,
I feel like every time something like that happened, the game is way closer than it's supposed than they expect. So I'm gonna roll with that. It's too confident.
Interesting. Yeah. Yep. And so, yeah, give me the Pack, guys. Lions at the Chiefs. The Chiefs, man, the Chiefs dropping games. Yeah, man, dropping games. Got the Lions tomorrow. Who you got for this one,
Jamar? Chiefs 2.5 point favorites at home, 52.5 over under.
They got the Chiefs as favorites, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, I get why you say that, but I'm on the fence here because.
Wow. I know it's gonna be a good game, but wow, they got the Chiefs as favorites.
Yeah, I mean, you are what your record says you are. I understand that. Yeah. But I also understand that the 3 losses that the Chiefs had, like, pretty much came down to just the craziest things. It really has.
People are gonna say that's karma.
Maybe so, from what happened last year when they won all those games they probably shouldn't have won.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it probably, universe balancing itself out, but this is tough. If this was in Detroit, it'd be a no-brainer for me.
It's a no-brainer for me, Kansas City or Detroit.
Yeah, I'm sure both of y'all taking the Lions. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna go Kansas City.
I can respect that for sure. I am taking the Lions though.
I get it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Chris. The Lions they're way better. No disrespect to Kansas City. Should be a good game though. Kansas City should have been winning some of these games. Now you got the Lions coming in. Voila. You should have won some of these games. You should have definitely won last week. It would have been a very impressive win at Jacksonville, but you let that slip away. So
That's
now
the
Lions coming in,
thing.
and I mean, if they win this game, it'll show us that the Chiefs could still be a dangerous team. If they win this game, Jamar, it could show us that the Chiefs still got their
That's
championship pedigree.
that's the thing. But they get Rasheed Rice back next week, so it's like just stay afloat.
Yeah, you definitely need to. Bills at the Falcons. Who you got for this one, Jamar?
Well, Vegas likes Buffalo in Atlanta, 45 and a half over under 49. No, 4.5. I'm sorry. 44 and a half point favorite for the Bills, 49 and a half over under. Like the Falcons are always an intriguing team because they have so many weapons on offense. They just got to put it together. But I'm gonna take Buffalo because they arguably got the best player in football, and I'm pretty sure he's pissed off from how they lost last week. So give me Bills Mafia.
Yeah,
Best,
Chris.
best player in football. Ugh.
I said arguably.
I mean, yeah, man. This guy. I mean, Josh Allen is that dude, man.
Eh.
So, Chris.
I'm a go with the Bills just because I don't see the Bills losing 2 games in a row. They do have a dynamic offense and a pretty good defense. I'm gonna go with the Bills.
Yep. I'm with you guys. Give me the Bills. Yeah, give me the Bills Mafia. Thanks, Jamar, should pull out the button on that one.
Hold on. There we go.
Voila. And so, yes, the Bears at Commanders. Do the Bears get revenge tomorrow, Jamar? Who you got for this one?
This one brings so many memories. Commanders are favored by 4.5, 50 and a half over under. Whew.
A lot of points.
Yeah. So I mean we know how last year went. So we ain't gotta go through that whole debacle again. But
I want to hear about it.
you know what?
It's tough to talk about.
Calm and collected. That's what I'm gonna do. People antagonizing me.
Tough to talk about, man.
So never mind. All right. So as far as this particular game on this Monday night, just taking my unbiased hat off here, I think we win. Without being biased, I think we win. Like I mentioned earlier, the Commanders' defense ain't that great. It's not. More so, our offense is starting to be like really competent here. The numbers on offense from this year to last year at this point in time is completely night and day across the board. Caleb Williams has looked a lot better, more poised in the pocket, getting the ball out. The Bears are converting on their third downs a lot, which you hardly ever see. And that goes, and this is all without really getting the most productivity out your offensive weapons that you got in all season and drafted. So it's like there's room to grow there. Defense, just stop them enough. That's all I ask. The pass defense isn't great, but we are getting Kyler Gordon back, one of the best nickel corners in the league. I'm happy to see that. Hopefully, I think TJ Edwards is playing. We need that so much. That our linebacking core has been suspect.
Yeah.
The front four, just give me some type of life. Montez Sweat.
Come on, number 55. Come on.
Like, go back against your former team. Like, do something. Push them, pull them, something. Like, so, but yeah, bear down. I was picking the Bears anyway. Bear down.
Right. Chris?
I'm gonna go with the Commanders, and not because not because I'm not a Bears fan, but I think that even though the Commanders' defense isn't that great, the Bears are still going to bear every once in a while. And that Commanders offense, man, they got some weapons. It's good. It's a good offense.
Right.
Yeah, no McLaurin.
Yeah, true. But they got a Debo.
Exactly.
But they got a Debo.
Exactly.
Man, he a pulled hamstring away from being out for a month.
That's true. That's true. I'll give you that.
That man wins games, man. Chris, I'm with you, man. I got the Commanders too, man. And you know who I was thinking of? Debo. TJ Edwards better play tomorrow. He better play. Because you're going to need some damn beef at that linebacker position. For sure. If you ain't watching Debo, you better watch Jaden. Better watch him too, because he can hit you for a 50-yard run. And that's not even to mention McCaffrey, who's now out of nowhere, this kid. For the Commanders is coming out of nowhere on special teams and offense. I think Commanders being in Washington, I think they get it done. I love my Bears. I do. I think Romaduzzi has a great game tomorrow. The Bears take this down to the last drive, and I think this game comes down to the defense of Washington, but not the linebackers, maybe the secondary. And I think Washington pull this out, man. I hate to say it as a Bears fan, but I think the Commanders pull this one out, so I got the Commanders.
Boo.
Yeah. And so, that being said, world, that concludes our NFL picks. And so, we want to say, hey, support this screen. See the QR code here. It is near Jamar's face. So, the face, you see, yes, Jamar's pointing to it right there. So use that QR code, and there you could give to our podcast. And so, yes, thank you very much. Support this screen, etc. So, quickly, fellas, before we get out of here, one last question, Chris. Is SGA deserves to be the face of the NBA, in your opinion? Yes or no? He has won a championship. He is a Finals MVP. I know this question is catching you off guard because we got Ant-Man. This is a flowers question. This is a flowers question.
Give my man his flowers. The way he play on both sides and the poetry in his offense, man, is phenomenal. Give the man his flowers. You can name anybody and everybody you want, and there ain't nobody that you can say they can do anything better than him at any aspect of the game. He do it all, and I think he get the short end of the stick. I know it's boring because he get a lot of foul calls, but play some defense, bro. Play some defense. So yes,
yeah, and right, and it's hard to play defense on that man. It's very difficult. Ask the defenders. It's very difficult to play defense against SGA. He's a magician at what he does on the offensive side of the ball. Magician. He'll get you so much foul trouble. You won't even end of the damn first quarter. You got 3 fouls. You know how you got him. But he's a magician at what he does.
They keep trying to give it to other people, and then what happened to those people?
Right.
They flounder.
Right.
Like I was all for Anthony Edwards, and then look what happened. I was all for John Morant. Look what happened.
Right.
It's his turn. Give him his shot. Let him heat a face.
Yes. We wanted to start some intentionally on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast because he don't get his flowers, I feel like. But he's the guy that everybody's looking up to right now. So
and the free throw thing is a myth. Even if he took half or no free throws, he'd still lead the league in scoring.
Right. Mm-hmm. And Jamar, really quick question, bro. If SGA and the Thunder get it done again this year, is this a really seriously valid question at this point, or is it not? Is it not even a debate at this point if he get it done again this year?
It would be hard to argue against it. It would.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And so we want to put that out there because it's a very valid question for SGA. We'll see. NBA season starting up very soon, guys. October. NBA season starting up very, very soon. Preseason right now is in full effect. Chris, we'll give you the first word. Any final thoughts or shout outs as we head into the weekend?
Final thoughts. Cubs by 1 million tonight.
Okay.
And other than that, man, I appreciate you guys having me on. I love coming on the show, talking sports with you guys. You know, getting to make fun of the Bears and the and the White Sox and the Bulls.
Rub it in, man.
But hey, yeah. You zip it down there. Y'all lost 100 games again this year, bro.
We're in rebuild mode, man.
Yeah.
That's the excuse.
Because y'all hired that geezer and he ruined y'all chances. But no, I love y'all. Y'all my brothers. I appreciate y'all having me on. Like I said, Cubs by 1 billion, and hopefully I can get back on soon, and it'll still be Cubs by 1 billion.
That'll be amazing, man, if that could happen. So, yes, Jamar, my brother. Any final thoughts or shout outs as we head into the weekend?
Boy, oh boy. Look, on a real note, first and foremost, shout out to Chris. I give Chris a lot of poop emojis about his teams, but no, that's my brother, the thick and thin right there. So definitely a pleasure to have you on once again. Now I will say, yeah, we lost 100 games, but I would say the second half of that season, team looked really good. Colson Montgomery. I don't know, for whatever reason, the White Sox was hitting a lot of home runs. We got a lot of momentum.
They were, man.
Their offense.
I can agree with that.
Because I was gonna point that out, Chris. After Jamar was done, I was sure gonna point out the White Sox.
Absolutely.
I was waiting. 100%.
They did play better baseball at the end of the year, which is something that you can hold on to and take into the next season when y'all lose another 100 games.
Wow.
But maybe y'all got a little, a little concrete under your feet. Maybe it's not quicksand anymore. Maybe it's a little concrete under your feet where you can build something. We showed y'all how to do it twice. Two rebuilds, 2 successful rebuilds. Y'all tried to piggyback off the first one, and then y'all went and hired Tony La Russa. So hopefully you can piggyback off this one and do it the right way.
Look, I have nothing to do with Tony La Russa at all.
Man, Tony La Russa,
at all.
But guys, y'all need to stop beating up on Tony La Russa. We made the playoffs with him.
Look, stop it. Stop it.
We did. We made the playoffs.
You were supposed to make the playoffs. The team was already good. What you were supposed to do was compete for a World Series, and by hiring some old, outdated geezer.
I don't think we were supposed to compete for the World Series.
I disagree. At
one point,
20%, y'all was supposed to be on the road to competing for a World Series.
I think we're competing for the championship series, not for the World Series. I don't think we were good enough to make it out of the
Series.
We
absolutely
were, especially in 21.
The World Series. Y'all were doing it exactly the way we did it. It was looking good. And then y'all hired Tony La Russa. Everything went down the drain.
It did.
He was not the manager for them. Yeah. When y'all hired him, y'all were good. You were supposed to make the playoffs. 120%. He ruined it. And I'm glad he did, because then I would have had to give y'all flowers.
Now, don't get me wrong. There were a lot of moments where me and Jamar, I remember me and Jamar talking, even you, Chris. We were like, what the hell was Tony thinking? I don't know if Jamar, you remember. I was like saying to you, Jamar, on one podcast session, I was like, Tony,
The dude got dementia.
Tony,
He
Tony.
You got
He
to mention.
gotta have dementia.
Dude, he shouldn't even been hired to begin. Like, I've
It
been
was
on the record
crazy.
before.
Like,
No,
all
you
the
guys
people
are both
in the
on the
world-
record. You and Jamar, you guys, even the day he was hired, Jamar was not happy. I remember it.
Oh, the day he was hired, I made a post and I said the White Sox just ruined every chance they had of winning the World Series. It was so evident, man, and it was looking so good, and it take a lot for me to say that, right? It was looking so good, and you ruined it.
Yo, it was like the Jags hiring Urban Meyer. That's what it felt like. Like,
Yep.
why?
Urban Meyer. Yeah, I remember.
That's what it felt like. The man had a DUI before the first game. Like, get him out of here. He don't care.
Milwaukee hiring Doc Rivers.
Oh my Lord, Lack Rivers.
Talk about bad hires. And so yeah, I always do my part to take up for Tony, but there's not much I can say there. You guys are right, man. So, and you are totally right, Chris. After that hiring, it just went downhill for the Sox. Talk about a team that was on the up, guys, and once that hiring happened, it just all went downhill, man.
Shout out to Tony
And you-
La Russa. Appreciate you, dog.
Man, talk about a team that probably still could have been in contention if they would have kept some of those pieces. But all those pieces end up leaving. All of them. All those pieces left. All those bets we had, Jamar. We had a lot of good bets at that moment. They all just end up leaving.
And
So-
not to mention, we gave y'all those players that y'all was supposed to lean on, and y'all ruined it. We even tried to help y'all out, and y'all still found a way to mess it up.
And so yeah.
Can we log off?
So final thoughts and shout outs. So Jamar, I think at this point you've given us your final thoughts and shout outs, right?
Yeah, man. Just know within all this, I love Chris to death. That's
Hey, I love y'all too, bro. Y'all my brothers. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Yes, love you, bro. And Chris, man, it's always a pleasure to have you on. Every time it's a blast. And you are a great for our podcast, man. Your face, your baseball analogy. Man, we had a lot of viewership this morning. It was fantastic. We did excellent. I'm very happy on that end. And so you are very welcome back. And so we appreciate you, bro, for a variety of reasons, man. I know you and Jamar, man, are day one brothers. And so it's a pleasure, man. Go ahead, Jamar.
Hey, I was saying we need Chris back on next week, especially if the Cubs win today. I'm just saying, like,
Yeah, man. If the Cubs win today, you gotta come back, Chris, if possible, man. Okay, you
I
gotta
got you.
come back because
We are actually off again next weekend, so my Saturday morning is clear, and I'm gonna make sure I keep it clear. Even if the Cubs
All right.
don't win, I'll come back on and talk about how Craig Kensel fucked the game up.
all right. all right. Pleasure, man. That's awesome, man. It's always great to have you as a guest, man. You're really good for the viewership. And so, yes. And so with that being said, Chris, appreciate you. World, we appreciate the viewership. Jamar, my brother, as always, man. Me and Jamar, we had a lot of disagreements today, but that's my brother, man. And that's what sports is. And so with that being said, on behalf of the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, we would like to say thank you for tuning in with us this morning. Continue to chop it up with us and support us on various platforms. And if you are and would love to talk sports with us on the Early Morning Sports Talk podcast, we are here and would love to do so with you. Your love and support is truly appreciated, and we hope you all have a blessed and safe weekend. Peace.